Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is my Flosstube number 66, and it is December 27th, and we are getting ready for the new year. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. We did. We did lots of family stuff together and making new memories. Uh, of of my mom. And I'm going to insert a picture here of a sleigh that I bought. I got it at Hobby Lobby last year. I think I bought it in June or July, whenever they start putting Christmas up. I walked by it. I was there for fabric or something. I don't remember why I was there, but I just walked by it and I was like, I don't need that sleigh. Don't need that. And I walked by it again. I was like, I can't afford that. It was on sale, but even on sale, it was not cheap, but not horrendously expensive. But I had better things to do with my money, you know. And Rogue is checking things out over here. So I bought it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and all of our Christmas stuff was still, up high in the garage. I couldn't put it with the Christmas stuff. So I sat it on the floor beside a bookcase here in the living room. My mom walks by it a couple of times. She goes, what are you going to do with that sleigh? I said, I don't know. I just couldn't resist it. I was afraid if I didn't buy it then, I'd never see it again. And by the way, I didn't. I didn't see them again there the rest of the year. But a little while later, she comes to me with a little wrapped up little package, empty box. And she says, do you remember the game we played where we exchanged ornaments? And I said, yeah. And we used to do that every Christmas in Albuquerque. My dog is enjoying my son's quilt right now, which I will talk about in a sec. And I said, sure. And she said, well, what if we all brought a little gift and put it in the sleigh and did an exchange with that? But so it won't be empty until then. I'm going to wrap little packages for it, and then mom passed away before Christmas, and none of us you know celebrated Christmas really, both because we were sick and because excuse me, come over here, don't look out the window, it bothers you. Yeah. So this year, as we were preparing for Christmas, I found the sleigh and Christmas stuff I had packed away, and I was reminded of what mom wanted to do with it. So I asked the family, and everybody said, yeah, I'm in. So we made this new tradition, and it was honoring my mom's wishes about this sleigh, but it was fun. I said just something $5 or under. And, we all picked, and we could steal from each other. We don't really steal that much, but, some really cute gifts were given, and it was a lot of fun, and it was a nice way to remember mom at Christmas and have her kind of here with us, because she loved doing that ornament thing. She would have us, my sisters and I, she would have us make ornaments enough for everybody that was going to come to the Christmas party, rather than asking them to bring one. I think maybe when it started, they would bring one. I don't remember. It was a long time ago because we did it every year for many, many years. And they were all different but same, you know. But it was a lot of fun, and so it was nice to have a different way to do that because after we came here to Phoenix, it was just, you know, she was really disappointed because that was one of her favorite traditions of Christmas. So it was really nice to do that. And I had lots of special gifts. And yeah, so I hope your Christmas was as fantastic. And I have very little to talk about in the way of stitching. I worked on my son's quilt mostly. And I got a quarter of the way done with the quilting of it. I'm not real happy with it, with the quilting of it. I've always done quilt as you go projects. Oh my goodness. I gave away 3 quilt as you go projects. Did I remember to take a picture of them? No. I might be able to get a picture of 1 or 2 of them to insert in this video. But I made my brother a set of 6 coasters of Quilt As You Go coasters. He loves to drink coffee, and he's a musician. And I thought, you know, a nice soft coaster that's absorbent would be great for him because that way coffee won't get on his equipment. And I made a trivet for my sister. I showed you that one. And then I made another trivet for my niece and a mug rug for my brother-in-law, which I didn't like. And I might have shown you one of those or the mug rug too. I'm not sure. Anyway, the one cross stitch I was trying to concentrate on getting done, I did absolutely nothing on it. We didn't do a traditional video, so I didn't work on it this week. But every time I sat down to work on it, I just had so much to do. So I am no further than I was with this. So, and because when I was doing stuff, you know, I need to get that done, but then I had to get everything ready, and I was baking, and we had dessert here, so something had to give. So I am going to try to work on this. I actually got in the mood to work on something last night, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, it's kind of late. But I'm going to start working on it and try to get it done before my sister goes to Albuquerque, and then I can send this. And the one I showed you that just needed to be stuffed and sewn together, I haven't worked on that either. I have my brother here, and then I had my aunt here, and yeah. So anyway, I decided on in the new year I have to finish this. My son loves it. He loves the size of it. But I do need to finish quilting it and then binding it. And I have the quilt I started for my sister with the cats. So I'm going to work on that. And then the cross stitch I want to do in January. I'm going to allow myself one new start, if any. But I found the my mind is a blank. I found the whips that are closest to being done. Most of my whips aren't anywhere close to being done, but I found the ones that are closest to being done, and I'm going to try to finish these in the month of January. But I have a snowman. I have a snowman piece that I bought, and I told myself I would work on it in January, so I may start that. But one of them is that I want to finish. There's 4 of these, and I've done one. And I'm in the middle of Mary Slytherin. I finished Mary Gryffindor. And then there's Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. But this one, I had to pull out stitching here. This lettering here, because of the way it is, where it's just a couple of stitches and then, you know, you move over in a couple of stitches. I've actually done it wrong twice. Third time's a charm, I hope. So I pulled out everything that was wrong in order to keep working on this. And the problem is that I can't, to make it visible, there's a lot of back stitching. However, it has, you know, it has some Krynic, and it has this, and yes, I carry threads, but it has some Krynic, and it has the regular DMC. When you're holding it in your hand like this, you can't see the threads, but when you're holding it with the light behind it, of course you can. And I don't plan to finish it where you have light behind it, so I'm not worried about it. The snowman has a wand that goes this way, I think, but it might be this way. That is mostly Krynic. And then in here, I'm going to finish the snowman. But inside of this scarf is all Krynic. And I just kind of wanted to put the words up there and then get the wand done, because working on the white is very challenging to my eyes. White on white, but white on this sparkly white, it's almost invisible. And I'm gonna have to, it shows it outlined, but I don't recall the pattern having all these outlines. So, yeah. Part of me feels like maybe I should put the back stitching in on the words and then fill in all the other stuff. I have no idea. Thoughts? But that's why I had done this in May, and I finished one in May, and I got started on this one, and the Krynic was driving me bananas, and because it says stitch it with 2 strands, and it's really hard to work with. And it's impossible, you know, keeps falling out of the needle, and then you can't rethread it. Yeah, I like the way it looks when the Krynic is in there, but so it's challenging, but I think I'll like it as much as I like the other one when it's done. So I'm going to try to finish this one in January. Also, I can't show you the pattern, I mean the picture of the pattern, because there isn't one, it's just the pattern. But this is Turtle by DMC, and I added all kinds of Krynic threads to it. So it isn't super close to being done, but I really want it done because I have the pieces I want to finish it on, and so I'm going to work on this one. And then this is called Black Whale by DMC. The threads you see are just threads hanging out. They're not part of the actual design. They're just like, I have a big long thing of thread here because I haven't cut it off yet, and that's all those are. And I was working with white, and so that's in there too. Anyway, I am closer to being done with this than it looks, because the black goes really fast once you know where you're going to start and stop. And so I think I'm going to outline it and then just fill in. And I think if I just sit down and do it, it'll go fast. So I'm going to work on that one. And then the last one that I want to try to finish by the end of January, and I realize I'm probably not going to get all these finished, but I'm going to try. I really want to finish this, and I know it's not Christmas anymore, but I was working on this in July, and I thought, you remember I had to take it all out, so you can still see some spots where it's just kind of filled with fuzz, but all of it's taken out, and I can go ahead and start it again. I would really like to do it. And I thought about waiting until July, since I haven't started on this yet, again. And I may do that, but I kind of want to get it done. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I plan to do in January. Now, I don't think I showed you, and all of these are on 14 count, except the paper in the Mill Hill kit. I did show you that this was by Sweet Wing Studio before. And I don't know what my mental block is about it. There's not a lot left to do. Anyway, hopefully tonight and the rest of the week I'll get more done on it and be able to send it to Albuquerque then. So that's everything I have. Not a super long video. I'm going to hold up the quilt a little bit so you can see it a little bit better than, laying behind me. But I don't want to hold it up too close because I don't want to see what a bad quilting job I've done. But finished is better than perfect. So, yeah, it's still pinned everywhere. Oh. So I showed you the picture last week of it laid out on my father's bed before I put the binding and the batting and everything. But here it is. I'm glad. I'm happy with the weight of it. I don't remember what batting I chose, but it's heavy enough to be comforting, but light enough, I think, for Phoenix. Even with air conditioning, the home isn't. It's not cold to most people. My dad's cold all the time, but my dad this Christmas he got an electric blanket, a regular blanket, and a quilt. That's how cold he is all the time. And he has got a quilt and 2 blankets on his bed right now. Yeah. He wants to use the electric one, but he needs my son to show him how to use it. And I want my son to do it because he's the one that gave it to him. So anyway, that's all for today. And thank you. And if you enjoyed your time here, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next week.